guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So we are on the last day of our 5 days of one page wonders. So I thought we would go Christmassy, a little bit Christmassy. This is the new kit, which is the pink and teal kit, which is really, really lovely. And it's the one that I showed you, the little journal that I made, which was really nice. I do like that. So I thought we would use this paper today, which is lovely. I got some little snowflakes. I got 2 pieces. I also printed this one off. I printed these off because I didn't have any Christmas in my stash. Loving this paper, but I don't think it will work with what I want to do. But I am loving it, and I've got the little people there as well. But I'm going to pop that to the side. I think I'll just do it in these, but this paper's lovely as well. So let's just take, doesn't really matter which one, because I'll do 2. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make just another really, really simple little one-page wonder. And it's a good one for Christmas. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my little paper cutter again, and I'm going to take off the end. I'm going to take 3 inches, or just sort of like under 8 centimeters off one side. It doesn't really matter which side. So I'm just going to take that off there. So this one's going to use my little punch, which has been so good through this little 5 days of one page wonders. And I'm going to fold this over like this, like so. What should we do? About there. This is just sort of eyeballing it. We like to eyeball things. And then I just want a little bit coming round this side like that. So, shall I measure that for you? So this piece that I folded over is roughly 3 inches, or about 8 centimeters, and the little bit that I turned over this end was just over 5 centimeters, or just over 2 inches. I'm just going to put my paper cutter up there out of the way. So let's just fold these. This is a really nice one because this one you can pop a little gift card in. I tried to do it so we can have a little gift card in this one, or just fill it with little bits of ephemera as well. Ephemera. Now I'm going to just fold them like that, just so they overlap just a little bit, like so. So again, I'm going to sort of eyeball this. We will go along there. So that one is, I folded that up 2 inches. So what's that? 5 centimeters. And this one comes down just so it overlaps it just a little bit. Just, just sort of almost like 1/4 of an inch or so. And we are going to just make that nice and folded. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is ink it. Ink round the edges. Now we can have, I think I'll leave that as the outside actually. I'm going to just fold these over because I want to ink these. This one I'd like to ink up a little bit more than I did the other ones. So I'm just going to ink that because I need to cut some of these little bits out. So I need to know where they are. So that's why I'm going to just ink it like this. Again, use whatever colour inks you want to use. If you've got a nice sort of blue one, tealy colour, or a pink one, they would look lovely on this. Okay, that's that. So they're not equal. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut up through here. Now I want to cut up through here and up through here, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it over and just cut tiny little notch, because what I want to do, I want to fold these over, fold these up and fold it over, and we need that, just that little extra bit of room so it doesn't sort of buckle up when we fold it in. So just take a tiny little slither like that, so you've got like a little gap in there. And I'm going to do, I don't need to do that one because I'm going to cut that one off. I'm going to do the same on this side. Oops, just a tiny little slither like that. Okay, so can you see, you just got a little gap there and a little gap there. I'm going to cut these little squares off like that. So all of these little pieces are going to be used. So just take your time and just snip these little bits off like that. And down through here. So have you made any of the other ones yet? I did like the envelope one that I did. I'm going to pop those little bits there so I don't lose them. Okay, so this is the shape that we have. Now what I want to do, I want to fold these down. Make sure you've gone right in there, else it's going to sort of rip. So these are going to fold down, that's going to fold, well, it's going to fold down, and that, so it just sort of like overlaps it a little bit. That will fold down, that will fold down, that goes over like that, and then this comes over. So that's almost like the closure. Okay, so the other thing, I'm going to do lots of punching with this. And what I would like to do, this is where I put my poor little punch through a lot, a corner punch. I'm going to fold those two down and then in together, and I want to punch this little bit. Now, if you don't have a punch, use your scissors. So there we go, that goes, because I want this shape in there. Can you see? I think it just looks so nice. So pop those down. So you want to sort of punch all the corners really. The 2 with the 4 folded, a little bit tricky, because you need to have quite a sharp punch, or you can just cut that a little round with some scissors. So these little ones are a lot easier, because that's got 2. So wherever they fold, you want to just chop it out, because it makes it look so pretty, I think. This one is a 3, so pop that in there like that. Cut that out, open it up. We'll do this side. Pop that in, cut that out. Okay, so we've done all the 4 middle bits like that, and the outside bits. And then again, we are going to do all the other little bits. My little corner punch has worked its little butt off, hasn't it, over these little 5 days. It's just been perfect. And it just makes this look so good than having just the square, the sharp corners on here. Like that. Oops, let's get that one in. There we go. Let's get all these little bits. I've got lots of these little bits all over the floor. Look at that. So that looks like you've sort of bought it, doesn't it, when it's like that? So these are going to come up. Now I do want to ink this. So I'm going to take my little inky bit of paper, just a little bit around the outside, just to sort of finish it off like that. I think it'll look really quite nice, because I've got some embellishments as well. I've got these ones from the kit, and I also have these ones as well, which are going to go, because I needed some small ones to go in here. But loving it. Loving it. So do let me know if there's anything else that you would like me to do on like a little 5-day series, whether you want me to make, you know, 5 different paper clips, or I don't know, whatever. I'm sure you'll think of something, but do let me know, because I do like doing these sort of things, because there's loads and loads of different types of paper clips you could and it's quite nice to do this, because when they're all in a sort of series, you tend to sort of like watch them, and then you can make them along. You only need to make one of each and put it in your stash, and then you get the idea. Keep that and then make another one next time you need it, if you know what I mean. You don't have to make a whole ton of them, but just make one up, so you've got the idea there. And the same with these. if you want to go back and watch the videos and make just one prototype so that you've got there, even if you make it out of copy paper, and then you will have it there. Look at that, I think that looks fabulous. Right, let's put these pieces away. Oops, let's go around this way. So these pieces are going to go down like that, down like that, like that. Folds up and that folds across like that. So that's how big it's going to be. Right, I'm going to use these in a minute, but I need to cut this down actually. I'm going to cut this down because I want to make, I'm going to cut this in half, I think. I'm going to cut that, I think I cut it in half. So let's just, it is, there's bits of paper everywhere. It is roughly 3 inches. So if we do like 1.5 inches, then I use one for the pockets and one for the outside. So we will have, I think that one can go for the outside. This is going to be some little pockets. I want 2 little pockets in here because then you can put like a little gift card in here, or some little tags. It's entirely up to you, but I'm going to just snip this off so we've got some little pockets in there. That's about right, like that. And then what was that? What did I snip that as? Just slightly under 8 centimeters. Oh, is that going to be a little bit smaller? Let's have a little look. Yeah, it's just going to be there. Is that going to be a tiny bit smaller? Just a diddly biddly bit. Okay. Oh, I've got my hoodie on because it's chilly. Right, again, my little corner punch, pop those like that. Now this way I'm punching them from the bottom because this is rounded. This bit I'm going to keep straight and that will just fit the corners on there. So rounding that off, that's going to sit nicely in the little corners. So we are going to just ink these up a little bit. I lost my little dauber here and I found it all amongst my lace and stuff. So that's why I got this one out. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. So I've got 2 on the go now. Okay. We've got all these little bits we're going to use in a minute as well. So let's get some glue out. Let's pop a little bit of glue just around like that. Pop this one in there. Again, you can have it with this little snowflakes on, but I can't quite like the pink. They both go really well, so it doesn't really matter which way round. A little bit of glue. Pop that on. Like that. So, 2 lovely little pockets there. Now, these ones, I'd like to put little pockets on those as well. Oh, is that a bit too low? Oops. Can I just move that a little bit? Move it just a little bit, just so that these turn up nicely. Right, these 2 little bits, I need that little bit for that. These 2, I'm going to cut diagonally to make little tucks in this one. So it doesn't really matter which way. Are they square? Pretty much, aren't they? So I'm going to go corner to corner and then just snip that down. That can go there. And then corner to corner. snip. So those two are like that. And then these little ones can go either way. So what I mean, they can sort of like fit on here, and then I'm going to round the little corner bit. Round that, around them all, just so they fit in lovely. And we are not going to waste any paper, just the little diddly bits that we snip off on the corners. So we can have that like that, or like that. I think I'm going to have to just snip this little tiny bit off, just because we've cut the little roundy bits on there. But I think if your corner punch will do it, I think this little bit looks really nice in there, doesn't it? There we go, let's cut these down. Perfect. Let's pop that to the side. Get a little bit of glue. Now what should we do? Let's pop that right there, like that. A little bit round. Pop that on like that. I'll snip that little diddly bit off there. Oh look, glue everywhere. Now this can go this way, or it can go that way. Whichever way you like. I think I'm going to just sort of do them opposite. And then I've got a little bit, look at this. I didn't take out too much little embellishment bits because I want this to be sort of not too embellished, do you know what I mean? Because if you're going to put like a little gift card or something in there, you don't want it too big inside, if you know what I mean. Too much stuff so we can't close it. Oh look, there's a tiny little fly there. There we go. Pop that in. Pop that down on there like that. And then the last one. Around. Fabulous, look at that, doesn't it look nice? Now again, you can make these, it doesn't have to be Christmassy. You can just use any papers, but I thought, seeing it was the last one, we would do a little Christmassy one. I'm going to just pop that in there, look. Snip that little corner off. Let's snip this little corner off. Like that. This little one there. Oopsie daisy. Don't really need to use it with that one. It'd be a little bit easier if I just snipped it like that, I think. Look at that, isn't that nice? I'm going to, because I don't have a gift card, but I do actually. I've got. You have to excuse the state of this. This is for my mixed media. It's dry, so it's not. But this is an Amazon gift card. So look, that fits in there perfect. So you can just sort of like fold that up. You could put 2 in there, or you could put a little note in that side. Do you know what I mean? So that fits in there really, really well. I tried to make it so it did fit, but that's my mixed media one. But I think I was going to pop some little little tags, not tabs, tags. And I'm going to pop a little bit of this because this is quite thin. Can you see? It's like really pretty little sequins. They're actually flowers, but they almost look, you could get away with sort of like being little snowflakes, couldn't they? Now this stuff we have to be careful of because they do tend to sort of go everywhere and fall off, don't they? Let's take that little bit off. Is that too long? Did I do that too long? Let's cut 2 of them off. Oh. Little bits everywhere. I don't have my glitter out. I didn't bring any glitter out. I thought I would try and do it without making it too blingy. Let's put these on. Just think that's enough, and these will lay down quite flat. And because it's glued down, can you see? Oops, little bits. Just has that little bit of shininess to it. I'm going to just glue this along before I cut it. I'm not going to go too far. Go. Perfect. So we've got a lovely little bit. Oh, it's not very straight, but can you see? That's just pretty. I'm going to put these in here. Got this little lady I'm going to pop on the outside. Let's have some little tags. Look, we've got these beautiful, beautiful tags in here. You can go in here. We can have 2 little tags like that in there that fit perfect. And then these little corner ones, I thought these little ones would go in there perfect. Will that fit? Oh, it mightn't it? Just about fits in there. And then we've got these little ones here. Some beautiful little, well, let's put you this side so we can see his little face and our little Christmas pudding. That can go in there and there. Look at that. Do you think that looks really nice? And again, you can pop something on there if you want to. But then this will go, that goes up, and just leaving it open just a little bit, not open, over the top. It looks really good. Oh look, I forgot a bit of paper stuck on there. You can pop a little Velcro tab on there, but I'm not going to. That folds up, and then this comes over like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this piece, fold that over, and I'm going to wrap this around. I'm going to go, which way should we have the baubles? I'm going to put that like there. This wraps round like that. Okay, so this is going to be the closure, and then that will go this way. And guess what I'm going to do? Round the corners, so it all matches lovely. Now I did have, I've got one more little piece here. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to just, you guessed it, I'm going to round the corners. Oh, oops. Just on the 2, right. So let's ink this up like this. A little bit of ink. Around there. Okay, and what I'm going to do with this is actually going to stick to the back, so it's permanently on there. And then this will go under, and that's going to go on there like that. But I'm going to make this back piece into a pocket, so I'm just going to glue these bits like that. I'm going to just ink this little bit just so that I'm not going to go over with the glue. I don't want to. Can you see I've just marked that a little bit with the glue, with the ink. And then we are going to glue down through here along the bottom and then down through that bit like that. We're going to pop our little closure on there like that. So this is a little pocket, and then I'm going to take this little piece and put that there as another little pocket, but I'm going to round all of the edges. And I'm not going to do the pocket, I'm going to do it is like just glue down two sides because it's not very big. So you're not going to fit a huge amount in there. So I'm just going to just glue down two of the sides like that. And then this can just sit there like that. Make sure that's stuck down nicely. There we go. Okay. Then this is going to go in and this is going to go over. So we're going to get our lovely little Velcro thingamajiggities. Where have they gone? Somewhere safe, of course. Going to use those. But I'm also going to stick our little girl on the front. Look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? I've got the little girl, or I have the little boy on there. I've got some more, but I've used them. Or we've got the little bow, like that. Got to pop a little bow on it. We've got Santa. You could put Santa on there. You could put whatever you like. Little snowman. But I like this little lady here. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? So what I'm going to do, before I put the Velcro thingamajiggidy on, I'm just going to stick her on there like that. So I want to go just a bit through the middle and then pop her on like that. Make sure that she's on nicely. Stick that down. And then look at that. I love it. I think it's lovely. And we are going to get one of our little Velcro fasteners on there. Oh, we don't want to stick that bit down. Right, we need to stick it on this bit. Like that. Make sure we're sticking it onto the right piece. And then that sticks down like that. And then how lovely is that as a little gift? Now, what should we pop in the back? Should we pop Santa on there? Pop Santa in the back. What else have we got? We've got a little snowman, but I think he's going to be a bit big. What do we have in our little pot in here? We have, oh, we got a little reindeer there, look. Pop a little reindeer in there. Don't you think that is just the cutest? I love it. So what we do, open that up like that. That opens up, so you know this isn't going to fall off. So you're not going to lose it. And then you've got a little surprise for everybody, whoever you're going to give it to, with little pockets full of yummy little bits in there. Little notes, a little gift card, little tags, whatever you like to pop in there. So, love it. I hope you like this one because I think it's just fabulous. Those close up, that goes through there. Again, you can decorate this if you wanted to. But I think it's quite nice as is, isn't it? Because the papers are just lovely. So, shall I go through just making that one more time so you get the gist? So, do you know what I mean? This paper wouldn't be really any good because you wouldn't see the actual pieces on there. So you're better off with a piece that's sort of like patterned. So, can I remember? I think we cut off 3 inches, didn't we? Oops, let's have a look. 3 inches. So get yourself a piece of paper. Cut off 3 inches. I've got a stripey on the back of this one. And we'll take this. Oops, let's pop that up there. Right, what did I do? I folded this over like that, didn't I? So you can just eyeball this, and then this little piece will go over like this. Oops. It can just sort of like go halfway. It doesn't have to go all the way across, or if you wanted it to go all the way across, you can. Just a minute, it's entirely up to you how much you would like to fold it. But this one, I have folded that little end bit. Gosh, look, I've got all these little corner bits everywhere. just under 2 inches this time, and that's sort of like 4.5 centimeters. And that bit I folded over is 8 centimeters, or just over 3 inches. And then again, this way, I'm going to just fold it like that, just so that comes over the top of it, like that. But again, you don't have to. You can have them so they sort of like do that inside, but I quite like it so they just slightly overlap, like that. So what I'm going to do while they're flat like that, I'm just going to ink it along there, just so that we can see where we need to cut. There we go. I'll do the same with this one. I do love these papers. I think they're really, really lovely. You could make a little box out of this, wouldn't that look nice? And pop a little Christmas gift in, because it looks almost like you would have a little bit of a Christmas gift in this paper, doesn't it? If you printed this onto thinner paper, like not 180, 80 GSM paper, like just normal printer paper, you could probably make it as wrapping paper, couldn't you? You had a smaller gift to wrap up. There we go. I normally wrap, when I send my granddaughters their Christmas box, I normally wrap it up in tissue paper, because it's a lot lighter, obviously, to send, and it's a lot nicer for them to open, I think. Right, so what will we be doing? This one, again, we are going to cut just a little slither off here, just down here, so it closes nicely. So just cut off that little bit that you've inked, like that. Cut that down. So there we go, we've got those two little flippy flappy bits, and then we want to cut these little corners off. Now again, if you didn't want to put pockets on these, because these are the bits we cut a little triangle off, you could leave that, and again you could fold it down like you do these. But I quite like it just to have that little flap on its own, like that. Just cut the corners. There we go. Perfect. Pop those. I'm going to pop those in the bowl. Remind me, because I'll forget. Right. We're going to attempt again to cut this through this. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, good old punch. Let's do this one. There we go. There we go. I just think it's great. Now again, it's optional. You don't have to cut these little bits out, but I just think it looks really lovely. I think it just adds a nice little touch to it, doesn't it? And around. I think I said in the last video I'd like to get some little punches with a little pattern in it, because they have like corner ones with little holes and stuff and little patterns in, don't they? I must look. I always forget what I'm going to do. Right, I think that's it. And then we'll just do all of these little ones that go around. Actually, that looks like a little cracker, doesn't it? Which would be quite nice, little one. Oh, my poor punch probably needs a rest. There we go, I think you're all done near enough. Nearly done, little punch. You've done so well. Right, this way. So let's do... I'm going to actually, before I forget, well, I remember. These two are a little bit different. I'm going to just cut these down and do the little, these aren't quite the same. Because I think this is a little bit bigger than this. So a little bit different sizes, but it doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter at all. Let's just do these bits. But they are great little stocking stuffers as well, aren't they? These, if you know somebody that loves to craft, and you know that they'd like a few extra little crafty bits, you could pop little tags in there that you've made, couldn't you? Let's put that there. And pop them in the little pockets. Or it's a little gift. If you're buying somebody a little bag for Christmas, you could pop this inside. There we go. Okay, let's pop that there. Now, which way are these going to fit? I think these are a little bit bigger. That will fit on there, but will it fit on this one? Okay, I'm going to put the smaller ones at the top, then I don't have to cut those off. They can go on here, then I just have to cut these. Oh, maybe not. Just a tiny, tiny bit, they need to be snipped off. Oopsie daisy. So this one, once you've done a couple of these, they're really quite simple to make. Didn't have to think too much on this one. Okay, can you believe if this goes out on the Friday that I'm hoping it will go out on, the following Monday it's going to be 1st of December. Can you believe it? It's just, November has gone so quickly. This whole year has gone extremely quickly, hasn't it? Well, it has for me. Well, I must say I had the best summer ever that I've had for a very, very long time. So it was a fabulous year to have my beautiful children and grandchildren here. I feel so, so lucky. There we go. Don't really think, it's just this little one here. Needs a little bit of a trim there. I think we've done pretty well on that. Okay, lovely, lovely. Now this one we need to cut in half, don't we? Ooh, let's reach for this. I need to have a jolly good tidy up in this room. It's like an absolute bomb has gone off. So we want it to about 1.5, don't we? So just cut the last piece in half like that. Oops. I've got stuff piled on the floor. I've got all sorts of things everywhere. Right. What should we put on the back? Does it really matter? We've got that stripe or that. Oh, that's quite a nice one, isn't it? Let's put that on the back. And then use these little snowflakes, I think. I will just bend that and cut that down. Just eyeball it. So that will go there. And then we will have this one. Just bend that little bit. And then this little last bit makes that little tiny pocket at the back. So what I'll do is I will just do this. So we've got that for our little back bit and this for our little back bit. Closure, I mean. There we go. Okay, that's our closure. These need to have the little bottom bits done, don't they? And there we go, a little punch. Well done. That's your last punch for this little series. Take all these little bits off. A little bit of ink. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll show you quickly all of them that we've made this week. Well, let me just quickly ink these bits. And then we will go through the ones, and then I will have a little playlist. There's going to be a playlist there, so if you missed them or you wanted to come back to it, you can just bring that up and it will show you all 5 of them in the playlist. There we go. Pop that on, so that's our outside. Pop this in a little bit. Down there. Oh, my tummy's rumbling again, and it's dark, so it's quite late again today. Busy day. But I do, because I cooked that lovely vegetable bake. I still have, so I didn't freeze it all. So I've got some of that tonight, so looking forward to that. I think I just eat myself through life at the moment. Craft and eat. And the odd glass of wine and gin and tonic, of course. Right, what should we do? Shall we stick a little bit of this shiny on? Shall we have a little bit? We don't have to. Instead of the sequins, this has got sequins on as well. Just going to take a little snip of that. Little snip of that. So it's pretty. I'm going to just use a little bit of the 3-in-1 for this. My friend's going to the UK for Christmas to see her mum, so I'm going to see if you can bring me back a couple of bottles of this, because I'm running out. I know it's just so expensive, but I do like it. Because I can't get it here. Can't get it on any of the Amazons, won't send it. And it's not in any of the shops here. So nobody online will send it to me. But there we go. Fabulous. Little bit of sparkle. We like a little bit of sparkle. That's that one there. Should we pop a little bow on the outside of this one, or should we pop the little chappy? I think I might go for the bow. Right, did I use all the tags? I think I used all the tags, so we're going to have to pop a little Christmas trees in this one. We'll have that one. Should we put that one in the back? Or no, I think we'll have the 2 snowmen in the back. These can go on here. Oopsie daisy. If I can pick it up. They can go inside. Like that. I don't think. Or maybe it will. Oh, it does fit. Does it? Yes, I think so. Just about. On these ones, I went round with my little scissors to make it look like a little stamp. Oh, I had it upside down. So I think that looks really nice, doesn't it? I'm not going to put it in there because it's not going to close properly. It's just too big. Just too big. We'll have a little stocking instead. In you go. There you go. 3 little ones in there. And then what have I got? I've got these little diddy ones to go in the pockets. There's Santa. Little train stamp. Do you reckon? What do you think? Oh, not quite. Not quite. We can pop a little stocking in there. Or we can have Christmas. Look at that. Little Christmas tag. Oh, look. Doesn't that look fabulous? I think that looks so nice. That closes up like that. Or like that. As long as they sort of overlap. I quite like them to sort of overlap. That folds up. That folds up across the back. We shall pop this on Should we have it this way? Like that. And then that comes. So just bring that around. Then I'm going to let's just quickly ink that little bit. Oopsie daisy. Just so that I can see. There we go. And then pop that down. The nice thing about making all of these, you don't have any waste of your paper, do you? Except for those little corners, but nothing else has got wasted. This goes on there. Pop it sideways so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Turn it over a little bit, and then we will pop this. Which way round? Shall we have it stripy? Oh, that looks nice. That looks good. A little bit of glue on there. Just so we don't waste that last little bit. You know, we can have a little double pocket. We can have a little robin popping out there. We can have a little jar of sweeties. Oh, we don't want to cover up the robin's head, do we? Let's have that instead. Oh, actually I could probably stick that on there. There we go. Fabulous. That will go there. What was I going to pop? I was just going to pop this on there, wasn't I? Look at that as a lovely little gift. I think it's just fabulous. Sorry, you're going to have a little bit of inking on here because I didn't do that. And I will open that up. What should we have it? I think we just have it on these little bits. Just like that. Pop that on. Push that down and then, love it. Let's get our little Velcro thingamajiggies. Pop you on the end. And stick that down. Oh, it's not very in the middle, but that's okay. There we go, guys. Look at your lovely little Christmas one. So that is the last of our lovely 5 days of one-page wonders. Right, let's pop these over here. Let's have a quick little look. That's a lot quicker than the last ones, wasn't it? That was a nice quick one. Let's put all our little bits and pieces in my bowl. And then I have, look at these, I popped them in a little box. So this was the first day we did these. This seems like ages ago now. We did these ones. So if you missed them, here we go. We did that, that comes down, that opens up, little pocket there, that opens up like that, that closes up, and then we have a little pocket at the back like that. So, oh, that's just lovely. Oh, if I can get it back in again. There we go. And that just ties round like that. So these are the ones I made. So I do have 4 of these. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? So we've got those ones. That was the first one. This was the second one. So you open it up, open that up, open that up. And this one had the little Velcros. Look, this is a little bit. Velcro opens these little sections like that. So you've got a little, I've just put paper clips in there, but you can stick something on there. We had a little booklet there. That turns over, and then we have a little pocket there. We have a little pocket there. That closes up. We had a little pocket in there. So lots of little tucks in there. And then I just tied it up with a little bit of ribbon. Well, it's a little bit of lace. This is quite hard lace actually, which is quite nice on there. So I had that one, we had this one, we had this one, and then I had this one, which is closure, was that lovely Teal. So that's 1 and 2. This was our little envelopes, which are beautiful. Look at these, aren't they just gorgeous? So these, again, lovely bit of Velcro on there. Opens up. We've got the little pockets in here with our little bits of ephemera. This opens up. And then this just comes out like that. And then in this one I popped a little pocket in where we joined them together. So this was number 3. So that was the 3rd day. Like that. These popped together and that just closed up. So I have those. And then this was number 4. So I have got 3 of these that I've made. This just opens up like this. And that opens up like that. We've got a little pocket here. This is a little notepad that comes off, so you can just write in there. Again, these are all fabulous little gifts, little makes for people. This is our little flip flap, and then this has little tags in there, little journaling cards. That opens up like that, and then it all closes up. The front had a little pocket in there as well, and this one piece wraps around the back, and then this wraps up. So I have 3 of those as well. So look at all these lovely things that I've got for my stash, and then we have our lovely ones, oopsie daisy, that we made today. Again, these can be made, you know, it doesn't have to be Christmas. You can make them in any style you like. But look at all these lovely, lovely bits I've got. So a nice big stash there. So thank you so, so much, guys, for joining me. Please let me know what you thought. I really, really would love to know what you thought and whether you would like me to do something again like this. Or if you have any ideas, please let me know. But have a fantastic, fantastic weekend. Please take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.